like to hear why I went ahead and did this?
Yeah.
Because I know we want to get back to socializing, and we have a whole bunch of really great personal productions that we can watch again, and old Riot videos and stuff like that. All right.
A song, yes.
It occurred to me to do that. Well, I'll mention them. Okay, I'd like again to thank Paul Kalisiak, who posted those wonderful Riot videos to Facebook this spring. That was really what got this ball rolling. And he was kind of the silent partner through all of this planning process. It is wonderful to be able to communicate online. Thank you so much, Paul. I want to say, you know, the Ryerson, the RTA 1983 crowd, just to let you know, they got together for endless committee meetings. We didn't do that. Yes, a person from RTA 83 who will not be named said, "Oh, don't strike a committee. Really, you know, you can do it yourself." And so I'm glad. Thank you for your support in allowing me to do that. I'd also like to thank Dave, my husband, and Joe for bringing music. You brought your iPod with a zillion songs from the 80s, which is fantastic. John Corcelli for your top 10 list and for your support. Vance and Arthur, where are you? Arthur and Patty for being so helpful with the technical support and for documenting this. All right. And Tucker, our son, yes, thank you for being the door guy. And the Ryerson Conference Center, where we are now, and the Alumni Association for being so supportive. Okay. As I've been organizing this reunion, the same question has come up again and again. Why am I doing this? One acquaintance, not from our class, even asked if people get paid by alumni associations to do things like organize reunions. And of course the answer is no. But I thought I'd take a few moments to explain why I volunteered to step into this role. For the past 15 years or so, I've been feeling, shall we say, uncomfortable about my relationship with Ryerson. The shiny new buildings towering over Yonge and Dundas Square seem strange and overwhelming to me. The Eaton Center no longer has Eaton's, nor its advertising department, which is where I first worked. Even Sam the record man is gone. And I keep asking myself, where am I? Back in the late 80s and early 90s, when I was steadily working as a writer in television and advertising, I even worked as an instructor at Ryerson, both in RTA and in continuing ed. I was a media writing instructor. I was pretty good at it. So the professor who hired me encouraged me to go on and get my master's and pursue an academic career while continuing to work in television. I remember going out for lunch with him right here at Oakham House in that underground spot there that you might remember. And I took a deep breath and I revealed that in fact an entirely different path was calling me, a path centered on family and music. He said I was making a mistake. I felt I had let him down. But I left Ryerson a second time. And I moved off the track of the successful broadcasting professional. My income fell by 90%. Right about that time, I started to get calls asking for donations from the Ryerson Alumni Association. As time passed and reunion dates approached, my feelings were conflicted. Perhaps I was an entirely different person than I was in 1984. Perhaps even my presence in RTA had been a mistake. And then I looked around. First, I saw my husband, David McLaughlin, the classmate I started dating a few years after graduation. And I saw our children, Tucker, whom you met tonight, and Kala, who once took over the TV studio at a children's museum for more than 2 hours. I looked at the house in downtown Toronto that we've lived in for 20 years. It was sold to us by our classmate Margaret McKenna, who we were not able to find tonight. And I counted our many close friends who are also RTA grads, not only from our year, but from 83 and 85, people who continue to support and inspire me in so many ways. It's no exaggeration for me to say that the most important parts of my life are a direct result of the RTA program. Realizing that has helped me come to terms with my Ryerson history. And it's with a deep sense of gratitude that I invited you all here today. As I organized this event, I was struck by how very kind and gracious each one of you are. You are thoughtful, intelligent people who say thank you a lot, and we need you now. Just to reassure you, this really wasn't very hard to organize. And in fact, it was a relief to promote an event that is not one of my own gigs. Yeah, I did write a reunion song. I did. But it's not for right now. I'll share it with you another time. Back in 1981, long before Facebook, we came into this program because we had a talent for connecting with others. I'd go a little further to say that we came, each of us, with a unique ability to get to the heart of the human story, as we see it. No matter how our lives turned out, or what careers we ultimately pursued, we are still getting to the heart of that story. Thank you so much for being part of mine. Now let's watch some old